Somebody tweeted, "Back Live Matters," and boy, that just hit me in the right way. Whoever sent me that, thank you. 35192 if you want to send a text. I was looking at that Lollapalooza lineup. Yikes. I don't want to sound like an old guy, because I don't think of myself as an old guy. Of course, I guess no old guy does. Although there are people who lean into being an old guy. I'm not one of them, though, but I'll always be a lifelong metalhead. And I'm looking at... And listen, Lollapalooza, I think more than any other festival, it's probably the second longest running festival in the country. Second or third. I think Bumbershoot in Seattle's been going on since early 70s. Bonnaroo's been around for about 20 years. Lollapalooza's been around about 25, 30 years. But where did the rock and roll go, man? I know you're going to draw people in with pop music. I know pop music, guys take notes, pop music short for popular music. And it's not that Lollapalooza is rock-free. It's just that there is a combination of very popular pop artists and a widening definition, by the way, I think, of what constitutes rock music. There are bands now that are considered rock bands that I would never file under rock bands. That's just me. But Metallica is one of your headliners for Lollapalooza. Green Day is also on the bill. Machine Gun Kelly. I know a lot of people consider Machine Gun Kelly to be a rock artist. I'm not one of them.
Well, he is now, though. I mean, you have to look at his most recent album is a rock album.
No, I know. I'm just saying that whatever way the wind blows is what Machine Gun Kelly is. I mean, Dashboard Confessional is getting like 6-point font on the Lollapalooza list here. And again, there are rock bands in there. Idols and Turnstile, those are dynamite bands. But it is very, very pop-oriented now.
Well, aren't a lot of rock bands going out on their own tours this year? Like, because they haven't done them in 2 years. So I feel like everybody's doing their own tour. They're not going to waste an appearance on a festival.
Well, no, what I'm saying is if you can get paid a ton of money and do 7 songs, not 7. I mean, if you're a headliner, you're going to do more than that. But I mean, you could take one night out of the weekend, go to Chicago. Like Foo Fighters were doing every festival they could possibly do, and they're on tour. So it's like, you might be right.
But
I'm just saying
not since COVID.
What do you mean? Yeah, Foo Fighters are on every single festival except Lollapalooza.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, last
They've
year
been
they
the
did
festival
everything.
band, yeah. As soon
But
as
then they did Riot Fest, so they still did a Chicago festival.
Yeah. Metallica, Dua Lipa is one of your... J.
Can we
Cole.
make fun of him again?
Yeah.
Now that you moved out?
Yeah. Oh, right. There was an embargo on mentioning
Suck it, bozo.
Bozo's name for a while.
I got it.
Hey, don't mention me! I heard that people are telling me you make fun of me on the radio.
I got a very stern knock on the door. That was a few months ago. That
Nature of the knock.
I was. Yes. It was like 6 a.m. and he was so upset. He heard from people at church that I was talking about him.
Church?
At
Why
church.
should I go to church?
What were good, God-fearing, church-going people doing listening to this?
I don't know, but he asked to please not be mentioned on air anymore. And we haven't. We haven't talked about him in months.
You asked me not to, and I
And-
acquiesced.
Right, and
That's
we
right.
haven't.
I'm
And
not looking to blow anybody up, but...
now my boyfriend is my landlord. So
Yeah! Right?
Blown up all the time.
Your boyfriend is your landlord.
technically, right? He owns
he
the
owns
house.
the
I
house,
pay him
yeah.
half the rent or the
Oh, boy.
mortgage.
Dua Lipa, J. Cole, who I hear this name all the time. I still don't know who J. Cole
J.
is.
Cole has been around
It's like an
forever.
R&B.
I
artist.
understand. I've heard the name for a long time. I have no idea what he does.
Makes
Rapper.
sex music.
You mean a workout? No, he's a rapper.
J. Cole?
J. Cole's a rapper.
Lil Baby.
Which I guess he's back.
Yeah, right. Was he the homophobic guy or
He's
whatever?
a homophobic guy, and then like Dave Chappelle had that whole bit about him killing
No, that
someone
was
in a
Da
Walmart.
Baby, I thought.
That was Da Baby.
There's Da Baby and Lil Baby. There's
All
two.
right, well then
But
I
Lil
guess
Baby was the guy who
you
like...
can see why I mixed
I was gonna say,
that up, right?
Lil Baby had a comeback faster than what was the little racist guy.
Bushwick Bill?
The bagel guy?
No, the racist country singer.
Oh,
Morgan
Morgan
Wallen.
Wallen.
Morgan
He didn't
Wallen.
even...
And no, Morgan
Dip.
Wallen is like a #1 selling artist.
He's got
now.
like 3 songs out, 3 new songs out
that
right
worked
now.
in his favor.
worked-
Everybody had to
his-
pretend that they were in the country community. Had to pretend that they were just aghast,
When he
and then they were
post-
like, "Hey, let's put him back on the radio."
When he posted his apology video, Jimmy Allen, who was a black country singer, was one of the first people to like comment on it and be like, "Hey man, we all mess up, appreciate you saying this, like that kind of stuff. And then once Jimmy Allen, they were like, see, a black guy said it was fine.
Co-sign.
And then everybody
One of the two black guys in country music said it's okay.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he has a white manager, a white agent, a white publicist. And you're like, say it's okay.
Well, no, if you're a black artist in country, like, you know what you're getting into.
But what I'm saying
Sit
is...
down and to talk to Darius Rucker about how easy that transition was.
Yeah, I'm saying you are essentially a black face with a bunch of white people working behind you.
That's racist.
It is.
Doja Cat is also big fun. She's lovely.
I follow her on TikTok, and she is very funny.
She's funny. She's
super
very
funny.
creative. I think I feel like she's underrated, and I'm not sure why. I feel like Doja Cat hasn't gotten to that something yet.
Because
She's climbing right now.
she's being held back.
By whom?
Dr. Luke.
This guy came with a Dr. Luke.
That is who her main producer is.
I know, you told me. But she also said a year and a half ago, I'll never work with Dr. Luke again.
Yes, but she's still under contract with him. So until her contract is up, she delivers.
All you got to do is stop delivering music. But that'll screw you too. You know, you go, I will no longer produce any music for this contract or whatever. And they can sue you.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do?
And then they'll block you from putting music out on another label. Like,
Oh, maybe that's what's happening.
ask what happened to JoJo. She stopped putting music out.
Who?
JoJo?
Who?
JoJo.
JoJo Siwa?
No.
Casey and
JoJo.
JoJo?
What's her big name? What's her big, not gone.
You
What
know
was
it's
it?
just too little, too late.
Too little too late. That's what it was.
that was a
Come
good
with
song.
me, stay the night. I still listen to her all the time. And ask how that goes. The label.
Oh, good for you.
Had her in a-
I still listen to her all the time as his postscript for that. I love that.
I do.
Oh, yeah, I still listen to her all the time.
The label had her in a contract where they essentially owned her voice. She was not allowed to sing without the label getting a cut of it.
Kind of like how I own your voice.
No, you stole my voice.
I didn't steal your voice. You gave it to me willingly.
You don't own my masters.
I am your man.
Yeah.
Go
Cough.
ahead. I know, cough. That's what you get.
No, that was it. JoJo battled her label for 10 years. 10 years to get her voice back, literally. And no label wants to touch her because they don't want to piss off the label that she just left.
I know we've gone at the risk of having another hellaciously boring back and forth on this. I still, you made the point one time that a label would tank their own artist.
They will.
Which I flatly deny because that means they don't make any money.
But
So
there's
I don't
other ways to
understand.
make money. They can tank their artists and still have backdoor deals with other labels. Most labels are owned by a bigger label
But why would you? I still understand why you think that they would tank their own artist.
because they would rather.
If you had a huge catalog of artists, if you were a big player, you could do that.
Just think about it. Think about the situation with Taylor Swift. She was signed to a very small country label, and they either didn't plan on her getting as big as she did, but she did, and she became an international superstar, and she transitioned to pop. Now they own her catalog, and she wanted the opportunity to buy it back. She had the money to buy it back. They could have said, oh, we're going to give it to Taylor Swift so she can now own her masters, or we know there's other labels that are wanting to have this. They now have leverage and collateral to make other deals. So they sold the entire label to Scooter Braun, who owns several different labels and different projects and production companies. So the guys who are leaving the label, like, they're leaving. They have no...
You know so much about things that benefit you in zero
I know.
ways.
I know.
Well, it benefits him in an entertainment way.
But not
These
in
are things he's interested in.
It's
Right, but
leverage.
it doesn't benefit him in any like productive way. Is what I'm saying.
That's why the industry hated Michael Jackson, because he owned so much.
That's why they hated him.
Well, that's why...
Not because he was touching kids' beeholes.
But
He's like, well, that. If you put it like that, I'll tell you what. That's why they did Amanda Bynes dirty. Because not Amanda Bynes. I'm sorry. They did Britney dirty. Because of this whole conservatorship, you know, Britney Spears fought tooth and nail. Somebody's got to hold down the grass while other people try to make a path. Your trailblazers. And Britney Spears was fighting this conservatorship for a long, long time. And in the media, what they would do is they would always show these crazy-eyed pictures of Britney Spears. And she would offer these up willingly, you know, if you took a screen grab from her Instagram or whatever, and they're like, Britney's trying to get out from underneath her conservatorship, saying she should be allowed to do this and that. And she finally did after about a decade. But they would always depict her as this wild-eyed, crazy woman. What do they do with Amanda Bynes, who has been under a conservatorship at the same time? all the photos of Amanda Bynes are like from 2004, where she's like from, what was her movie? She's the Man, where she dressed up like a dude. And Amanda Bynes was cute, and, you know, if you look at her now, she looks like Post Malone. Like, she's got face tattoos. I mean, she got that same crazy-eyed look. They're not using any of those pictures of her, though. They're using those old, cute pictures of Amanda Bynes.
And they alter the news.
That's probably apropos of nothing. It's just something that observationally, I was like, boy, they depicted Britney Spears in a much different way, conservatorship-wise, now that that's a word that people are familiar with, than they did Amanda Bynes.
I did not know Amanda Bynes did this.
They altered the news when, like, she got into the conservatorship. It was like total censorship because she was being, like, held in the conservatorship, and people were like, why? What did she do? And they're like, oh, she set fire in her driveway. What they didn't tell you was she actually lit a puppy on fire in her driveway.
Amanda Bynes did?
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
What?
How do you know that?
Because it was talked about it was covered in the news.
Well, then it wasn't being hidden.
But the initial announcement was she started a fire in her driveway. And I was like, okay, I know some drunk guys that do that. I didn't think it was a big deal. And then I watched Wendy Williams, and Wendy Williams was like, oh no, she lit a puppy on fire in her driveway. And we were like, what? I didn't know that. No one said anything about it before. And Wendy, you know, she has her nose in everything. So she said it, and I looked it up, and I was like, oh, she lit a puppy on fire. I don't think the news outlets wanted that reported because it sounded like really, really bad.
Yeah, no duh.
Yeah, but if she was mental, then people understand, like, okay, she needs to be in this conservatorship. Like, she needs to be.
Now,
in
when
this
it comes to animals, though, if people know about that, they'd be like, I don't care how crazy she was. She hurt a dog. She needs the electric chair.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah, right.
yeah. So,
Well, this says that she set herself on fire and her dog was just collateral damage.
Oh,
That
Richard Pryor did.
She was, yeah.
That's a good publicist.
She
That
was,
is a good.
I sacrificed myself.
Splashed and no big deal.
that a neighbor saw her in her own driveway with her pant leg on fire, and that the dog, you saw her.
how about stop playing with fire? How about you just don't do that?
Well, people who are having a hard time, they love playing with fire, literally and figuratively. But boy, yeah. Well, anyway, just again, I don't think it necessarily means anything, but Alan Cox Show After Hours line. We got a lot of messages during our absence.
Where are you? Sad drunk exes. I miss you so much.
You don't tell me when I'm coming back.
Who's about to go to another date? Where's the show at? Who said that one is out of frequency?
Fricassee? Who says I'm not going to eat a fricassee? That's what I got out of that.
Hate the show. Wanted to let you know that your favorite iHeartRadio app has hit a new low. Went to go listen to the show, and Rover's Morning Glory showed up, so that was nice. Also, do me a favor. Could you play when you hit the post on Tom Petty running down the dream? See ya.
I'm not doing... I ain't hitting no goddamn post. Yeah, so I emailed Charlie, like, I think it was Monday. I go, hey, man, I just assumed it was pilot error because he does their podcast, I do ours. And I've done it before where I click the wrong thing and it will go onto the Rover banner. Well, the Rover show that day went on my channel. And I go, hey, man, you know, he goes, it's not me. They're figuring something out over the app. But everybody who follows RMG, I saw one guy tweeted it, made me laugh. He goes, iHeartRadio hates me so much. It gave me the Alan Cox Show instead of Rover. I thought it was really funny. No, it was funny. It made me laugh. But yeah, something. So people who there was one day where RMG was this show,
but under our picture. That's what someone said to me,
maybe?
that it was like all of our information showed up, but when they hit play, it was Rover's show.
Yeah. Rover's show under our
Yes,
channel. Yeah, that's right. Alan, did Poundcake call Wendy Williams the news?
No, what I said was the initial news outlets said they lit her driveway on fire. And I said then I was watching Wendy Williams, and she said that it was her dog. So no, I didn't necessarily call her the news. I was watching it. I said she has her nose in everything, which she does. I stand by my statement.
Okay.
I'm just happy my mic is working again.
Al, yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's nice.
Alan, the trouble with you being gone so long is I had no goddamn clue when the weekend started.
I know, you didn't even get that done.
No,
Couldn't even cut an intro for the...
Couldn't even produce one. No. Doja Cat can smother me betwixt her cheeks. Listen, anytime you're going to work in betwixt, You got me.
Deshaun
Left
Watson's
twixt
already
or-
listened to the show.
What's that? Oh, God. People were freaking out.
I podcast about it. I talk about it.
Oh, it's
Well-
Wednesday. Is there a sports break?
Yeah, there's a sports break, but he means the Poundcake podcast, which is at alancoxshow.com, and it's called Deshaun Watson is coming to Cleveland. Now, I don't know who that is, but Deshaun Watson is coming to Cleveland.
Did I spell it wrong?
Is that you or him?
That's me.
Deshaun Watson is what this says.
I thought I spelled it right. It popped up.
Listen, I
looked it
think
up.
that I think it should tell you all you need to know that the Cleveland Rape Center released a statement before the Cleveland Browns did on the Browns grabbing Deshaun Watson. And I was most curious when I first heard this news if Bill Squire was going to stand by his, I wouldn't go so far as to say it was a vow, but it was certainly a strongly worded statement that if the Deshaun Watson thing did happen, he wasn't sure if he could remain a Browns fan in good standing.
Like, you're all going to go to the games. Shut up. Stop it.
No,
I'm
I couldn't give a fat frog's ass. I mean,
I'm not.
football teams are trying to win games. It's all gross.
Yeah.
But I mean,
The thing is, you can. I talk about it in the podcast, but I'm just saying, people who I want to see
wait,
them have.
I shouldn't criticize. Do you call him Deshaun?
No, I said
No.
Deshaun Watson.
That was all mine. That was mine.
All right.
The thing is, my credibility is ruined. So no matter if it's spelled wrong,
It couldn't be. Don't worry.
I don't blame you for blaming me. But no, I feel like people need to have the same energy. The people need to have the same energy for the same type of players because they're all, in a way, they all have done something wrong. It may not be to the same level, but
No. You
But
can't.
they're-
You can't paint everybody with a broad brush. This is a very specific thing that Deshaun Watson is being accused of. And again, I'm not joking that the Cleveland Rape Crisis Center put out a statement before the Cleveland Browns did. Because over at the Browns, they had to think long and hard about what they were going to say to this because
you have to double down.
Well, listen, they're paying this guy a ton. They're guaranteeing every single dollar he gets.
$230 million.
I thought it was $320 million.
No,
it's
230.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway,
Either way.
it's a
Don't
lot
make
of money.
mistakes.
It's a lot of money.
And that's what I'm saying, man. Like,
So look out, ladies. Because who's the other guy? Kareem Hunt?
Kareem
Yeah.
Hunt's kicked the girl.
He kicked
Yeah.
the girl, but he also went
And
through
he
a
liked
process of saying
He what?
like
he kicked a girl and he liked it.
he got suspended. He did apologies, like he did his
girl,
whole
and he liked.
did his whole mea culpa thing. But Deshaun Watson has denied everything. But when you get that many massage therapists, like you don't need that many. It makes no sense.
Here's the other
to
thing
have
too.
That many.
Here's the other thing too. What does any sports organization say when an individual, once they're on the team,
Yeah.
and they do something wrong? What does every sports organization or any organization? What do they say? What's their boilerplate response? They go, "This does not align with our values and our belief." And with something like this, you go, this clearly aligns with whatever your values are.
Right.
He is not in direct contrast with them.
And
so.
they float out this bullcrap of we did our due diligence and we talked to everybody. Like they didn't talk to any of the people that are accusing him of this stuff.
They can take the hit. They're
But I'm
assuming
saying-
they can, their
but I'm
fan
saying
base
they-
is strong enough that they can take the hit.
And it
It's not even about
probably
that. They're
is.
looking to win games.
But again-
it's bloodless, man. I mean, it's got nothing to do. Again, it's awful.
Well,
and but
they have the whole he wasn't charged with anything to hide behind. They say there are 0 charges. He was found innocent.
but
so
if they-
good
which
enough
is
for
was
us.
not-
but that
he was
is
not
all.
found innocent.
He was not found guilty.
but it's a slippery slope.
But that doesn't make him innocent.
He
They
was-
just can't bring charges.
He
That's
was not
different.
charged with anything.
Right,
he
but
was not
that's
found guilty of
but
anything.
that doesn't make someone innocent.
But this is their point.
I know.
Has he been charged with something? No. Then that's all we need to know.
It's a slippery slope.
Which is all they need to
that's
know.
all.
Right.
Then
That's
and
all
they
they
can hide
need to
behind
know.
that and
Right.
say legally.
If they say, look, if there are, bring charges and we'll deal with it then. But that's all you have to say. Listen, Poundcake loves to say, O.J. Simpson found innocent. He loves to say it.
But-
He says it all the time. He called me last night and whispered it into the phone. I go, dude, I'm sleeping here.
I'm just saying they can't, act that way towards him because it's a slippery slope. Because all their players, if they're going off of allegations, all of their players at some point in their career could be accused of something, and they'll say, "Well, this guy was charged with it. He was banned from the league, or not charged with it. This guy was accused of something, banned from the league. Why am I, Why is this guy still here?" They don't want to kick all their players out. All of their players could probably be accused of stuff in the future. All right.
What does that have to do with
Right, but
anything?
there's always potential for people to be accused of something. There's always potential for people to be accused of something.
Right.
But this
But they
is
say
someone
allegations is allegations.
Right, but I don't follow that line of thinking when it comes to something that has happened to so many people, and it's such a suspect thing to do. No, there's professional athletes that are trying to take care of their body for play on the field, don't go through a bunch of different massage therapists that they met on Instagram. They find someone that's good and they stick with that person. He was getting these women because he had a certain thing in mind each time he brought a new girl in, and that was he was going to see what he could get away with because that's what he liked. And that you don't do that stuff if you don't go through 22 different masseuses if you have one that if they're doing a good job.
Oh, I'm getting another massage on Saturday. I can't wait.
I got one yesterday.
Oh, I can't wait. Anyway, I thought Deshaun Watson was a spicy
should be
pork.
fixed now.
I thought it was a spicy pork dish, so I'm glad that I've got to take a break. If you want to text for something, 35192, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show.